too bad. I could have been better though, on a couple different levels, both on the ground and here. But I ended, 5 assists. That's a lot of assists though, actually. All right, so let's grab this one. I'm gonna do a test flight real quick, and I'll do a highlight of this too. But we'll go and we'll do a quick tutorial on this. So landing, a lot of people, you'll notice I point my cursor down because I'm building up airspeed. And I do this, I practice this on purpose because if I need to be able to roll out, I need the airspeed to do it without getting shot, right? And you want to be up with your airspeed up to do this. All right, so rapid landing. I'll tell you that. So a couple things on landing actually. You can be extremely high, especially in arcade or realistic. Your altitude clearly allows you to glide back if necessary. But let's say you're in arcade and you're in a domination setting and you need to land rapidly and not prop out because you want to get back into the fight, right? So there's our base. You just need to land, right? So there's a couple things you want to think about. You can do this a couple different ways, and I'll see if I can do that. All right, so we're coming down. We're flying. You want to reduce your engine. You're going to put your things down. In arcade, you can get away with this. Your wheels aren't going to snap, right? But right here, we're going to glide in, and what we're doing is we're touching down. Now look where my cursor is. Okay? You'll notice it's at the end of the runway. As soon as I let go of that, it jacked up. As soon as I pointed down. Whee! All right, so a lot of the things, both takeoff and landing, you want your eyes fixated towards the end of the runway, a little above, ideally. So when you're taking off, it's a little above. When you're landing, it's going to be a little below. Notice the altitude, see what my plane does? Okay, so let's try this, come back the other way. Messed up a little bit on that last one. I pointed down too much, but that's okay. So we'll build up a little bit here. Okay, so I'm in a dogfight, fighting around. See my base. I need to. Oh, that's cool. Train has dust. I never noticed that before. Alright, so I'm going to come down. I'm swooping. Again, this is arcade only. So you're going to drop your gear. And you're going to point. Right now, I'm pointing here at the end of the runway. That's where I'm landing. As soon as I get here, I'm over here. I'm pointing to the back. Right? I'm pointing to the back. Now, once I get it, start to point out, gear up, right? So I'll do this one more time. And by the way, this is actually a lot like in a real plane, right? So when you're actually flying, I imagine that's probably why they set it up this way. And you'll prop out if you don't do this just like in a real flying scenario, okay? Except for in a real flying scenario, you're not going to drop your gear at, Ground control, I have you loud and clear. Oh, shut up. you're not going to drop your gear at, 300 miles an hour. All right, so we're dropping our gear, engine's down. We're pointing towards the near end of the runway. As soon as we're here, we're towards the back, right? We're looking at the back. Our eyes are fixated at the end of the runway, the horizon, basically. We're gonna lift up, gear up, right? Now, what's amazing, these planes are notorious for propping out. I mean, you're gonna bend your prop if you do that anywhere close to wrong. But one more time, just for effect, we'll gain some speed here, some altitude. And actually, I'll gain a little bit more altitude. I'll see if I can get it up at like. Not in a domination, you probably shouldn't if you're in a fighter.
Repeat, please. Status number 1. We're proceeding to target. Over.
God, that's annoying. If you're in domination and you're in a fighter, you probably shouldn't be up this high anyway. But all right, so coming around, and let's see if I'll add a corkscrew to it. Okay, so I see it's free. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna dive in, engine off, gear down, right? And I'm towards the end of the runway, and as soon as I'm here, I'm looking up, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. And I'm at the end of the runway. As soon as I'm ready to touch, as soon as I'm ready to put my wheels down, right? So I just hit that. I just took that field basically, going almost 300 miles an hour, wheels down and not propping out. And that's how I do that. That's how I'm able to do